All right, welcome back everyone. So we got another bike seat here. This one's gonna have this orange, it's like a, I'll show it to you guys when we get that far, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the same as the other ones. I'm gonna get it pulled off the seat with the staples and all that first and get the patterns tore apart, and then I'll bring you back. This one here has like a Harley emblem in it. I don't know if I'm gonna implicate that in there or not. He said it doesn't matter either way, but I think I might just fill it in with some foam and make it one piece, because I'm gonna do this center, yeah, up to here, and that with the diamond stuff, kind of like I did that one, and then the outer layer of it I'm just going to keep solid, and then we'll do the black. I'll show you guys as we're doing it. This here is where it mounts to the fender on the back of the bike. He also wanted me to try to figure out maybe a way to make some kind of a flap over that to hide those and give him a little bit of a something to stop it, so when he takes off there's like a something there. I don't know, we'll see what that works, how that works out, but let me get it tore down and I'll get back with you guys here real shortly. All right,
smash like.
Couple things here we got to do. So here's the orange. I'll show you better. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a baby ostrich print, but nice looking orange there. It's almost like a Lamborghini orange. Our steamer's ready. Let's get some of these steamed out real quick. I need to reglue that top with some better glue. It's just lifting it up. So on this middle one here, we're going to have to do it upside down, because I'm not going to take none of that apart. I'm going to eliminate that Harley emblem. So we'll use it as an upside down pattern. I'll show you what I mean by that. That's all we need on that one. That one's good.
Well, it's good enough for me. It's good enough for you.
Okay, this is our outer black. Okay, we'll do our bottom black, the part that goes across the bottom for the stapling. We'll do it last. We don't need to do it right now. I can cut this off. All right, that'll be our black. Let me wipe some of this off. That's our black. We use this as an upside. That's going to be our diamond pattern one.
I love diamonds.
What we'll do with it, I'll show you here. Let's get this out of the way. Those are going to be orange. Well, we can put it on here. Okay. Yeah, check that stuff out. You can kind of see it through the light there. It's pretty cool stuff.
Wow.
So what we'll do, get that straightened out a little bit. Okay. So on this here, if you look, let me try to get away from you a little bit. All the registration marks, whether it's this way or that way, they're the same. So normally you'd make your patterns with the material up for the right side and the left side to be correct, okay? Well, this is going to be a middle piece, so it isn't going to really matter if we go this way or that way. Follow me? Okay, so that there, and then these will go up. These will go up. Try to utilize this as much as I can. All right. So this one here is going to wind up being a square first, because we got to make our diamonds in it. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave some on the bottom and some on the ends. So we'll go bring that out to 21. 21. And then this one about 13. So we're giving it some room, so when we make the diamonds for shrinkage after we sew them in, just like that one we did. Okay, let me find my ruler. So we won't be making this one yet until we get it all stitched in. Is that? Okay, so that's going to be that one. We'll do that later after we do the diamonds. These we can draw in. I'm going to do one on camera real quick, and then I'll do the rest off and I'll cut them out, just so, I mean, it's the same thing, you know what I mean? I used to have some nice solid weights. They're like little round chrome looking ones, and I don't know what happened to them, but it was perfect for setting on top of the material while you make your, trace it out. Okay, that one's good. I'm gonna go ahead, do this one. I'll cut it all out, and then this is gonna get glued to some foam. I'll do that too real quick, so we ain't gotta listen to that loud compressor. And then I'll bring you back after I'll go ahead and set up the lines too for sewing, and I'll bring you back when we're getting ready to sew in the, we'll probably do this with black thread, since it's gonna be black and orange, so, and then I'll bring you guys back as soon as I get to that part. All right, guys, I put a new spool or a bobbin in the bottom because I didn't want to run out. So we're starting fresh here. This is going to be tough not to get these shock lines all goofied up here. I'm gonna try not to jam this dummy like it likes to do. I think if I go in a little bit, seems to be okay. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the way I'm doing it. Because when I talked to the guy about it, he said, we don't ever have problems with that. I just know how I do mine. I mean, on the console, it doesn't matter how you do it on that thing. You can't jam that thing. That thing's actually amazing. I'll probably set this one up for like maybe like a top stitching or my piping, I don't know, something where I can sew with that one, like stuff like this, and then when I got to do piping and stuff like that, I can just jump on this one. I hope I said that right. I forgot to set my bobbin. I don't even think it's, nope. I'll do it here in a minute. Yeah, I think if I drop it down a couple and then back, lock stitch it, seems like it's all right. Nope, there it goes. Boy, I didn't do nothing. I'm telling you, that is just so aggravating. Well, let me fix that and I'll be back to you guys in a few. All right, guys, what I done was I fixed that jump off thing. I went ahead and traced out the pattern off camera and did a couple other sews just so we wouldn't have to waste all that crap. Now, we gotta sew around this thing so we have our lock in, just like we did on the other one, if you guys watch that video, which I encourage you to do, please. Okay, I'll lock that. So what we're doing here is, in case you don't watch that or didn't watch that, this is just locking the stitches that cross, so when I cut this out of here, we don't it doesn't come apart. That's a good way to put it. That's the only way to put it. So I'm gonna follow along. It's kind of tough because of the thickness of the padding, so you gotta kind of smash your line down some. Anytime you want to turn, make sure your needle's dropped in the fabric, whatever you're sewing. Most of the time I just walk these by hand if they're real small. If you remember on the other one, it had that Harley emblem in it, which we're going to take out now. I think it'll look a lot nicer. I had to pause for a minute. I was just working on my son's car, that Hellcat, and we don't know if the battery's charging, or I had it on the charger all day, but I don't think my charger's working right. And he just called and said his gauges are flickering. He's taking it home, so I'm hoping that thing's charging. So that's why I had to stop the camera. I hope he makes it home. Battery for that thing is, God, who knows, probably a couple $100. So hopefully he can get it home until he can get a battery for it. Right now, I've had my charger on all day, but I think my charger is no good because I put a little jump pack on it and it fired right up. I've had my charger on all day and it ain't done nothing. So I think my charger's bad. So I might not have had it charged. So hopefully he can get that thing home. I'm gonna try, I think I got some orange just close to this. I'm gonna try to do the black and top stitch with orange. So I think that ought to look cool. Okay guys, sorry about that again. We're having some battery issues with him. So I went ahead and did the sewing, cut this out. I went ahead and put some thinner padding on this, just so it's somewhat padded there, because that's gonna be the whole area you sit on. So we used the 1/2 inch here, 1/4 there, 1/2 because I wanted the diamonds to pop more. So we'll go ahead and get these sewed in so we can top sew them, top stitch them. hardly see my marks because of the padding. I can see it now. This one's got to get walked around, so you got to be real careful. Okay. Go ahead and sew our other one in, and we can top stitch them. That's that way. Now we have to start on this one up here first. Bring our curve around. You gotta be real careful. Okay, now we can wipe off. Well, here I need to put my black in, so we don't want to wipe them off yet, but we'll wipe off everything else just so it's nice and clean. Now I'm only gonna top sew one. You know what? Should I do that double? No, we'll just do it one. There's no sense in it really. It's actually sewing nice. Key is you want to keep that nice and tight there, so you're top stitching right through that bottom too. I need to hook up a camera down there so you guys can watch how I'm tapping my pedal. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'll try to set up I got a GoPro 3 we can set up down there and put some light down there so you guys can watch the pedal. That'd be probably some cool little footage there. All right, let's start this way. Make sure my bottom's over. Yep. I'll show you what I mean about my bottom here in a second. Let me get this stitched in here. What I'm trying to keep together as I'm sewing it. That way you guys get a good understanding of it. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. So the bottom, where the two pieces of material come together, you want them to stay folded flat to the side you're top sewing. So that way everything's flat now. We caught it with the thread. So now if you look at it, pretty cool, looks good. Now, let me go grab the seat. So what we'll do, I'll fill this in with some foam. Actually, I'll fill it in with foam but leave a slot there. I'll probably go ahead and I'll put some kind of, I'll figure something out there where we can suck it down just a hair. We may not need to. I think that's a waste of time really, maybe. Because once I get it pulled that way and this way, yeah, that's no need for that. Here's how it'll look on the seat. Looking pretty good actually. So what we'll do now is we'll get our black cut out and sew around the edges, and we'll top sew that with some orange. And I think we'll use, I think these are both the same here. Some of these. Yeah, they're really close in color, but either one of those. We'll top sew those on the black, so it's vice versa. Make it look cool. And then we'll get our bottom made, and I'm gonna have to figure out what to do up here. This is something here I showed you guys when I took it apart, but these things have to get grinded off, and I think my machine that does these are kind of like eyelets for banners and stuff too, but my head broke on that, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do this. I do have the eyelets, but my die that smashes them, something happened to it, so I may have to either machine a new die for it, which I can probably do that on the lathe. I may end up having to do that, and that's just the nature of the, like we spoke before about all that stuff. Sometimes you just got to make tools, you got to make this and that. You're in the middle of doing something, and something happens, so let me put this up here so you guys can. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get the blacks cut out, and then I'll just cut all that off camera, but I'll bring you guys back when I change the thread to orange so we can sew that all in. But we got pretty far with it so far. But I think that's going to look cool. I think he's going to enjoy that.
I'm really enjoying that.
That looks real nice so far. There's where my piping's at. So yeah, put it this way. I think we're looking cool. That's a nice, I mean, that orange is real sharp. Look at that. You see that? That's what I was trying to tell you guys. It's kind of like a knockdown of a baby ostrich.
That is an
Ostrich.
It's real cool. I mean, that, in person it looks so sweet. All right, let me get all that stuff set up. I'll bring you guys back. Okay, went ahead and got all the orange switched over. Hang on a second. Okay, got all the orange switched over. Got the black patterns cut out. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right here. Like I said, it's going to be top stitched in orange. So kind of doing it the opposite. Cut them.
Probably was.
Because everywhere else it's all good. So it probably was. Yeah, see, this one's good too. We don't want no wrinkles there, so. Yep, that one's falling good. See, I'm just checking ahead, you know what I mean? I'm watching the next one that's coming up. That'll determine if I'm pulling too hard one way or the other. So keep an eye on that stuff. If you guys decide to do any of this, I mean, some people want to do it. I've had people tell me, why don't you make some upholstery ones? I want to see how it works. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That was the wifey.
My wife?
The boss called. Let's get this thing buttoned up here. Bring that around. And catch it on. This is the hard part. Okay, now what I'm doing here is I'm unwinding that to get my thread wider. It looks nicer. I'll show you here in a second on our top stitch. I left black in the bobbin because it's really not. You'll see what I'm saying here in a minute. You're not going to see it in the sew. Yeah, those bigger threads look so much better. I keep forgetting to set it on this machine. My console already has it on the widest, but you don't always want it that way. It's good for top sewing and stuff like that. At least this is what I've figured. But when you're putting the material together, like what we just did, you want it a little bit less than the widest because it's stronger. And all this is doing is pretty much giving you a top sew. It's kind of like a design and a little more helping the strength of it, but the part that's holding it together is on the bottom. You know what, I just thought about it. I hope that, oh, we just ran out, but I caught it right when I said it, and we don't have a whole lot to catch up on there. I was just getting ready to check it, man. Dang. Let me change it. I'll be back in a second. Okay. You want some length here because well, if you ain't watched the other videos, I'll show you in this one. So I pulled both of them to the bottom here. So now what we want to do is drop our needle in the one right where it stops. Make sure we're going to hit this, and then get them started. I gotta try to catch all these. If not, we're gonna have holes. So I'm trying to watch here, make sure I'm hitting all these holes. I think I got them. Yep. All right, good. Yeah, I was just getting ready to check that, and right when I said it, it quit. Man, it looks cool with that orange. All right, so now what we want to do, come back over here and pull, let's see, which one was that? I think it was this one. Got both? Yep. So you pull them all through the bottom, and the stitches, you can't tell where it stopped. So what we'll do on this side, like I said, I've done this before in the other videos, but I just take them both, I separate each side, and then I'll tie them in a knot a few times, and then give them a little melt with the lighter. I got these a little short. I didn't want to pull them back super far. I don't know if I got that one in there. Oh, there we go. Let's go one more. Okay, I just cut them with a little bit left. Find a lighter. Sorry about that. Keep getting interrupted by the phone. Here's our top stitch. I went ahead and melted that. So there's our top stitch. Try to give you a little close up there. But that looks, get some light on there. There we go. Bring that around there. It's hard to get that angle in the light, but it looks really good. It might be just the way I'm seeing it, but hopefully you guys can see that. And you see how the wider stitching is? It just looks so much cooler. That orange almost matches it perfect, you know? So yeah, we got the black on the orange and orange on the black. So I've got everything else laid out here. I'm gonna switch the orange back to black because we don't need it no more. It's just, that's our only top stitch. The rest of this will get black at the bottom because it goes, that's our part that gets stapled. And the very back here, it goes inside the seat there. You know what? We can maybe do this one in that. Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's go ahead and sew those on. Yep, that won't hurt nothing. Okay, so I think we need to put this one on first, if I remember right. We'll put this one on first. There ain't no sense in changing it when we can. This is, you kind of see this, so I just thought about that. So really, this will look good. Top sewed in orange. This is the part that sticks through the, where those two little eyelets were in the back. That he wanted something in, and unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of work to try to figure out a way to make something back there where, like with a step, like with a catch for his back. And I mean, it's going to take some building up with foam, maybe even a little bit of fiberglass work, because I don't think the foam alone is going to do the trick as far as being able to hold it the way he's wanting to hold it, and then having something work where it's going to cover that up. So unfortunately, we're going to have to live with that. Okay, so now we need to top sew this. We'll keep this orange, and then when we, I hope I didn't just pull that off. Okay, good. And then when we sew it to the seat, we'll do the same. So this will be orange back here too. Give it a little more color where you see it at anyways, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Yep, that'll look cool. Kind of gives it that Harley Davidson look actually, orange and black. I like it. I like this orange too. This orange, both of these, this thread and that ostrich stuff. The ostrich that usually you get is more nibbier, it has more nibs in it. This is like a knockdown of it, it's smoother, but you can see the patterns at least. Yeah, that's gonna look cool. And then these two things go down through the seat and staple. There's a slot in the back, I'll show you guys when we do it. All right, so now we get to put this on here and do the same thing. And then this is done. What we'll do, get our bottom, or get the black changed out and get our bottom ready. Where do I want to start that? Let's start it here. This is kind of awkward when you try to catch this. I don't know if I got that or not. Yep, I got it. It sounds funny. I'm so worried about this machine every time I sew with it, but I mean, I do like it. I've said that a bunch too. I know I've said it. I complain a lot about it too, but I do like it. I still wish I would have bought I wish I would have bought the Juki. I got an Amish friend that sews, and he told me he won't buy nothing else but a Juki. And I sewed on it once a long time ago when he lived out this way. He moved to Hillsboro, Ohio. But when he was out here, he does boat tarps and stuff like that. And I was showing him how to do some automotive stuff because he wanted to learn. So I showed him some stuff. But we was on his machine doing that. And I tell you what, I really loved it. I wish I went with my first instinct, you know. But oh well, live and learn, right? Okay, let's put our stitch here because that'll be inside of it when it curves over. All right. Yeah, I'm glad we did this in orange. It does look cooler back here, anyways. What I mean, the whole thing looks good, but I just meant this part here, deciding to do this in orange. Keep my material even. The smaller the areas and churns, the harder it is getting this stuff. You got to keep it pulled right, or you won't catch your bottom like I showed you on them last ones. Okay, good. All right, so now we have our back. Let me grab the seat. I think that'll look cool the way that is. Yeah, that'll look really good. So these little flaps here, they go down through here. Helps keep that pulled down. Or actually, yeah, once that's around there, yeah. All right. All right, guys, so a couple things has happened off camera, but I didn't like how this back was with the orange in it. It just didn't suit me when it was on the seat, because that's going to be down in there, you know, where stuff's getting, it just didn't look right to me. So anyways, when I took it off, you got holes there from where we stitched before, and trying to hit those and make them perfect would have been impossible. So nevertheless, I had to make a new piece. So I took off all the top ones. I redid all that. I wanted you guys to know that, just because it's just me. Maybe it's the OCD, I don't know. But anyways, I didn't like it, so I redid it. Now, let me put this on the seat real quick. I mean, and that's probably a good thing that, you know, I don't just let that kind of stuff fly out of here, because then every time I see it, I gotta look at it. Yeah, see, that's gonna look much nicer to me, because the whole bottom's gonna be black too, and that would have been the only thing back there stitched like that. So we're looking good. We'll put the eyelets back in there. It's gonna look good on the seat. Yeah, it's gonna look real cool, real cool. And we'll get our bottom stuff sewed on, and we can staple it all back together. I got to fill in that little section where that Harley emblem was right here, but we'll get that figured out. Probably going to be tomorrow. That'll probably be it for today. Probably should put you on here. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and finish up on the on this seat. I got the heat on. I don't know if it's picking that up a lot or not or what, but it's a little chilly this morning. We're going to go ahead and button this thing up. We'll get this bottom first. I'm gonna do it the same way. We're gonna give it a top stitch for strength once I sew them. Yeah, this weather is something else. can't see. Make sure we do that right so I don't sew it upside down. Okay. I think we're getting low on that. Well, that's okay. We can run out on the bottom. I'll let it run out that way. All right. I think this is the back. And that's the front. I got to re-put my marks in here. I think that's it. Okay. I believe that's the front. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Okay. I think we'll start right here. No better place than right in the front. Try to give it a little. I think we're going to be a little too far on that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why that thing, it's like this way too much. Okay, let me try it this way. Maybe, yeah, those are like ahead a little bit. It's putting me just a, I might have had those marks off just a hair. Yeah, I think so. So really start in the middle there. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Okay, now we gotta hit our holes. Yeah, that thing's getting ready to run out. I can see when it gets real curly, the thread, you can tell it's getting down to the bottom of it. That's better. I'm trying to watch it so we don't go too far poking holes when we run out. Okay, finally found that thing. Rolled clear up underneath that other table. Let's go ahead and get our top stitch on. This one's gonna be fun because it's such a tight area. With my bottom string. Need to have a hold on that when it starts. If not, it'll pull right through it. Yeah, I'm having the, what do you call it? The dropsies today. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Gonna get real tight back here. Get over to it first. Yeah, that little corner there is going to be something else. Let me try to go real slow here. Ooh, buddy. You guys probably can't even see that. Barely get my hands in here. About got my finger in there. Done that a time or two. Like I said before, the main thing is you got to make sure you got your bottom flipped over like this. You guys can see that, yeah. It's got to be like that so you catch it all. Because if you're top sewing and you miss it, it's worthless. I mean, you're defeating the purpose of, you know, top sewing. It is for looks too, but also you want it for strength. And some people don't even do this down here because it's just an area of, you know, you're not going to see all the time. But I look at it like it doesn't take much more, and it's making it stronger, and it does look better too. You know, when you do see it, you can say, hey, that guy took his time and did that, you know, did that right, did that good. Or whoever did it. This is gonna be tough up here. Whew, my arm's sore. I can't see if I'm getting it pulled. I think I am. I hope I am. Oh man. Woo! That was a tough one. The headrests, like I said before, those are because there's such a, you know, tight radiuses and small areas. Those are just as hard. Okay. let me pull my last one. This one, I don't think. Yep, I got it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the steamer on. I'm gonna get this tied up here and get everything ready with the seat over there so we can put this thing on, and then I'll reposition the camera and all that, and I'll bring you guys back here in a few minutes. Might as well do this real quick. All right, got our steamer ready. I got a little, I'm gonna try to get a above shot of a camera. We'll see how that looks. I got it mounted up here. Boy, that water, whenever you fill this thing up, you gotta let it drain out a little bit. I'm trying to think, because I don't know if we have to, I believe we'll start, let me see here. Here, let me figure this out. I'll be back shortly. Actually, you know what? We have to put some foam in there, don't we?
Dum-dums.
Let me grab some, get the air on. I know everybody don't want to hear that thing. I'll be right back. All right, I got this stuff kind of set up here. This is some pretty good dense stuff here. It's about the same as that. Maybe, yeah, it's about the same. But we'll go ahead and cut a piece off.
Like a wedge of cheese.
With our turkey knife. All right, I'm gonna try to, so we are sorry about that compressor. We're gonna have to deal with it for a little bit because
Deal with it.
I need it for all this stuff. It is what it is. Actually, I wish I could, yeah, no, that'll be good. Okay. I'm leaving it a little bit taller so I can sand it down once I get it in here. I'm gonna clean that up with the grinder. Yeah, that'll work good. Okay. All right, let's spray a little bit of glue in here. Trying to cut as much as I can off because that grinder makes a mess. All right, let's try that. Okay, that should be good. The only thing that sucks about that. All right, I'm gonna cut this compressor off because we do not need it anymore. Well, yeah, we will in a little bit, but actually let me see how I want to do this. Cut that steamer back. We won't need that. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I probably don't even need this plastic really, but I just want to see how I'm gonna do this. If I want to do the front first, yeah, I think that's how we're gonna do it. We'll do the front first, and then I'll wrap the back, drop the two pieces underneath. Yep, okay, let's go with that. Because I think I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue on this here, yeah, on this here, and on this lip here. That way it's holding it down tight also with the new eyelets. So when we push them through, we'll be in good shape. All right, steamer's that long. I'm gonna go at least cut this bigger drain off. We're not doing any painting, so I ain't really concerned about water. Yeah, the only place I'm gonna need this plastic is up front here. And I might even drop a little bit of glue down in here. So let me cut this out. I'm gonna cut that one out. Okay. All right, steamer, should be about there. I need to figure out why my my app and my GoPro thing don't work well together. I don't know. Seems to be doing all right now. Come on, steamer. We'll need that for our glue and our stapler. Yeah, I think I want to drop just a little glue in that area on both there and back here, just to help. I mean, like I said, once you wrap it and stretch it, I've probably never put glue there before, but since that had an area where something was before, I think I'm gonna do that. You know what? I don't know what this was for, but let's go ahead. We might as well fill this one in. Why not? I don't want him to feel that. I don't think he will, but why chance it? Why chance it? I just unplugged everything. Better safe than sorry, right? Okay, let's cut this down. I just realized that. We probably should have... Yeah, I don't know what that was for. They'd done nothing in the old seat either. I'm surprised he couldn't feel that. Maybe he did. That gun is so noisy. Yeah, maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know what that was for. There's nothing in that area in the old seat that did anything for. Maybe that was for the, he said he used to have a little, an extra seat on the back for when his wife drove on it. That thing will burn you up, and I mean now. I don't know what that degree of that is. I'm sure it's crazy hot. I just want that to be nice and tight in that area, because when I do this, I want it to fit good. All right, let's get a little bit of glue just down that little middle there. Good riddance. Put that thing up. Yeah, that's the only thing it sounds like that on. Like a dang, like it needs a new one. Goes in there nice and smooth when you heat it. Ooh-wee. Man, that looks cool.
Ooh-wee, you good looking. You're hot.
These, I'm not going to get much, but we'll go ahead and get something on them. I don't want to over pull them. I'll do them last, because I might want to tuck it. Yeah, I might want to do that with that. Okay, let's start up here. Okay, let's get some back here. Trying to catch it where the factory spots were. course, we had those, which is, man, that's in an area right where I think I'm gonna put these down here. I don't like them up there. Shoot them downwards. Here we go. That way it's going into the foam. They had them going right up in that little plastic there. That's kind of strange. Whew, look at that bad boy. Let's give her a little steam. Tell me what you guys think about this combo here with this. I'll show it to you on the bike too when we're done. I'm gonna take it up to him today and get a picture of it on it. Or a little finish up follow-up video, whatever you want to call it. So you guys can see it on the bike. Yeah, I don't like the way it does that. I don't think I'm gonna put anything there. I think it'll be fine. And if it's not, he can let me know and we'll add a little bit, but it just sucks that foam down a lot. Once those eyelets are in there, that ain't going nowhere, especially with that glue. So that's another reason why I glued it. Now we can clean our chalk off. Yeah, maybe he can get it on there and get this bad boy out in the sun today. Man, that's looking good. Got a little bit of glue right there. I need to clean that off. Man, that's looking good, guys. Real good.
Say that one more time.
Real nice. Give her just a little bit more through here. Like I said, this is helpful, but there's nothing better than that sun and then him sitting on it and then letting that form, you know? That's what really helps these things. It's all fitting real nice though. Nice. Trying to make sure I ain't got no more chalk lines in it. We've never cleaned them off. I've needed them the whole time, you know? All right, guys, I'm going to clean this up a little bit, put the eyelets in it, take it up to him, put it on the bike, get a picture of it on the bike, and we'll see what she looks like on the bike. Man, that thing is beautiful. It really is. I love it. Put down in the comments there, guys, what you think about that. I think that thing is super badass. I mean, it is nice. It actually feels a little better in here than the last one did. I don't know. You'll have to sit in it and feel it, but to me, it feels like it's helped that part. I don't know. Get a top view of that too. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. I'll bring you guys back when we're over at the shop there putting it on the bike. Appreciate you guys.